The topic is collections. What is an array? Tell me. Before I go to collections, I want to talk about array. Why do we use array? Collection of similar entities. Suppose if I have an employee object and I want to store 100 employee objects, what I can do is, the one way is I can create employee E1, E2, E3, E4, 100 such variables E1, E2, E3, which will be again too difficult. Instead of that, I will declare an array of size 100, employee array of size 100. But one limitation of array is the size of the array should be declared. Whenever I want to create an array, what is its size? 100, 200, 10, I have to declare it. But let's assume I don't know the size of the array earlier. I may know it dynamically, how many elements, how many employees I may want to store, I will be knowing dynamically. So I cannot create an array, right? Suppose if I declare an array of size 100, but I want to insert 101 elements, it will not allow me. To throw array index out of bounds, etc. Right? So, array is an object which can hold references of some other objects. But the limitation is its size has to be declared. If I create an array of size 100, but what if I am storing only 10 elements inside it? Space for 90 elements is wasted. Right? So I cannot create an array of too big size also, an array of small size also. So what I want is, I want an object whose size can grow dynamically and reduce its size dynamically. Such an object whose size, such an object which can store reference of some other object and whose size can increase dynamically and decrease dynamically is called as a collection. Right? So collection is just like an array. It can hold reference of some other objects. But the difference is it can increase its size dynamically, decrease its size dynamically, right? So in JDK 1.3 version, they wanted to introduce various types of collections. Earlier till JDK 1.3, there is no concept of collection. There are no such objects which can grow dynamically and decrease dynamically. But in JDK 1.3, they wanted to introduce collections. Again, they thought collections, they want to classify collections as two types. Collections which will accept duplicate objects also, and collections which will not accept duplicates. So they classified collections into two types. Collections which accept duplicates are called as lists. Collections which will not accept duplicates are called as set. So two types of collections, list and set. And again in list, they don't want to create only one type of list, only one class for list. They wanted to create various classes of list types, one for each scenario. Based on the scenario, we can decide which list collection to use. Again, they don't want to create only one class for set type. They wanted to create many classes for set type, and based on scenarios, we can use different types of lists. So they wanted to create some list classes which will accept duplicates and some set classes which will not accept duplicates. So how to design? The design is a very important thing. In collections, you will understand how to design your classes. Collection is a very good example of how to design. If you understand how collection classes are designed, then if I give you a task and ask you to do some task, you will understand how to design your class. Just carefully understand. So what they did was, they wanted to create various types of collections, is it? So first they thought, what all collections can we create? What all methods do you want on collection? A method for adding, a method for deleting, etc. So I tell you about the design of how it came, but let me start with introducing a simple class, and I will do some basic operations on class. Once that is done, I will come to the design, how it is designed. So today what I will do is, I just make you familiar with two types of collections. Then tomorrow I will talk about the design. Right? So there is a class called as an array list, which can hold reference of other objects, and it can grow dynamically, reduce its size dynamically. So let's talk about how to use it first. Tomorrow we'll see the design and how the internals are there. So I'll create a new project for it. Then collections, a very important topic. Without collections there will not be a single project also. So creating a new class, list demo. I'll write com dot mysys. I'll take main method. Okay. So what I want to do is right now I want to store some string objects inside list. So I'll create a class object of a class called as array list. Array list is equals to new array list. This is a list. Then list dot, if I want to add a string, list dot add. It's taking object, I can pass string or employee object or anything. So I'll just pass my name Shiva. List dot add another name here. Your name Lokesh. I forgot your name, so better I'll remember all your names now. List dot add your name. Next one Bindu. Okay, don't get angry. Dot your Divya. Okay, at least I'll remember like this. List dot add your name Sachin Tendulkar. Sachin. Akash. Next Praveen. Expert, huh? Praveen means expert, right? This dot add your name? Vaibhav. Okay. Just in order to remember also. List dot add Bipin. Okay. So I can add like this any number of objects like strings or employee objects or anything. Automatically list will increase its size and decrease its size. So what I want to do is I want to just print system.out.println. Now I'll just run it. Let's see. Oh, it printed, right? But actually what is happening? How is this printed like this? I gave a reference to println method. What will happen? What will happen if I give a reference to println method? What is the method called automatically? ToString. So in array list ToString method is called ToString method is printing method, right? Suppose if I want an element at index 2, what I do? List dot get at index 2. I'll be able to get it and I'll print it. If I want to remove, list dot remove at index 3, right? So these are the methods of array list. There is one more class, one more list type. It is linked list. Usage of linked list is exactly same as array list. The way to add, the way to remove, the way to print, everything is exactly same as both are. Now tell me the idea. If I want to create two classes with same methods, what should I do? What these two classes should do? Implement same interface? Exactly. So when designing collections, they wanted to create some classes like a linked list, array list, and various other types of lists are there which we are going to discuss. All the classes, the usage of all classes should be same. So all the lists will be implementing same interface, right? And also the way to add an element, remove an element, get an element should be same for other type of collection, set, right? So if I want to use a set, I'll just show you different sets. Hash set is one set. Right? Adding is same. If I want to remove, dot remove method is there which will take object, you can remove an object, right? So the usage of set also is same. There is one more set called as tree set. The usage of tree set also is same. So the usage of lists and set is same. That means they are implementing same interface. So when they are designing collections, they thought how to design such collection. So the design starts with defining the interface itself. Okay, I am not going to talk about design right now. I will show you various methods inside a list today. How to access a list. First, let me start with array list. Once you are familiar today with all this, tomorrow I will show the internals of it. Now, how to iterate over the list? I will write a for loop for int I is equal to 0, I less than list dot size or length. Size in arrays, that dot length. In collections, dot size. I plus plus system dot out dot println. I'll say list dot get at I. This is one way to iterate over a collection, right? Same out. Another way is, you know how to iterate over array by using another for loop for each. But inside list there are objects, right? So I'll take object O colon for each object inside list. List can accept objects. Right now I add only strings, but list dot add will take object, right? So in list we should consider them as objects, right? For each object in the list, what I will do is I'll say system dot out dot println O dot toString will be called, right? So this is another way to iterate over a list. Output is same, right? The another way to iterate over a list, the important thing is you will say list dot iterator. You will be getting an object of iterator then by using this iterator I will say while iterator dot has next element, has next iterator dot next. So you will be getting the each and every object like this. Then you can just print system dot out dot println. So by using iterator, this is another way to print. Okay. Now I'll just run it. So today I am making you familiar with all the methods. Tomorrow we will work with these methods in detail. This is one way, but by using iterator I am going forward direction only. So it will print starting from the first element to last element, but I want to come from last to first also. It is not possible by using iterator. I'll just comment it. or I'll just use this only. List dot, there is a method called as list iterator, which is returning an object of list iterator. So I'll take it in list iterator, right? Then while has next was there, right? Now I'll say iterator dot has previous. It will check whether previous element is there. Then iterator dot previous will give me the previous object. Then I'll just print it. So this will go forward here in this while loop and then go backward. So this is one more. So it printed from Shiva to Bipin and Bipin to. So you just understood the way to add, the way to remove, the way to iterate over an array list. Right? That's all sufficient for today. Anyway, tomorrow we are going to work more on this, and I'll show you how, if you want to create your own list, if you want to create your own array list, how is it? So that you will understand the logic of how array list works. How an object can grow dynamically in size and reduce its size dynamically. We are going to see the internals of how it works. That's all for today.